A young woman with a childlike innocence, a mysterious car on a quiet night, and a shocking discovery in the woods. Heather Williams' tragic fate left an entire community questioning how someone so trusting could become the target of a ruthless crime.
She's just so trusting and naive to what the dangers were out there. Mom or my dad were having that phone on her, so something was really wrong.
Heather Williams wasn't like most 25-year-olds. She was special in every sense of the word, known for her radiant smile and an unwavering faith that seemed to touch everyone she met. Heather lived her life with a purity that defied the harsh realities of the world around her.
Always smiling and always happy, but she's been through so many trials and tribulations and has overcome so much.
But her life had not been easy. In 2015, a devastating accident left her with cognitive impairments and limited speech, challenges that made her particularly vulnerable. Despite these obstacles, Heather remained a beacon of joy for her family and community, her innocence making her all the more endearing. That innocence, however, would also make her an easy target for someone with sinister intentions. On the night of January 4, 2025, Heather's quiet life took a dark turn. Surveillance footage from her Fayetteville, North Carolina, home captured her leaving the house and stepping into a light-colored sedan parked outside. Heather's family was immediately alarmed. Who was the driver? Why had Heather gone out so late? Please subscribe to our channel and make comments about what you think of our videos. Questions swirled as her loved ones waited anxiously for her return. When hours turned into days, their worry turned to dread, and they reported her missing. The search for Heather was swift and widespread. Flyers bearing her smiling face appeared on lampposts and storefronts. Social media lit up with posts pleading for information. The community, united in their concern, combed through every possible lead. But for 6 agonizing days, there was nothing. No sightings, no clues, no answers. Then came the devastating discovery. On January 10th, a hiker traversing a wooded area near Newark Avenue and State Avenue stumbled upon a body. It was Heather. She had been brutally murdered, her life snuffed out in a manner so callous it left even seasoned investigators shaken. The location was just 5 miles from Heather's home, a haunting reminder of how close her killer had come to her family's desperate search. As word of Heather's death spread, shockwaves rippled through the community. How could such a kind and trusting soul meet such a violent end? Heather had no known enemies, and her gentle nature made it difficult to fathom why anyone would want to harm her. Yet, someone had, and they had done so with chilling disregard for her life. The Fayetteville Police Department launched an intensive investigation, piecing together the events that led to Heather's tragic demise.
What happened to Heather is awful, and I wouldn't want it to happen to anybody else. And so with that person still out there, still able to harm other people, it's horrific to think about.
It's scary, and we just want justice brought for Heather and for that person who did this or that knows somebody to please come forward and do the right thing.
Please subscribe to our channel and make comments about what you think of our videos. The break in the case came on January 16th, when authorities arrested 30-year-old Tyrell Siermons. Siermons, a local man with no apparent prior connection to Heather, was charged with first-degree murder. While his arrest provided a sense of relief, it also raised more questions. What had driven him to commit such a heinous act? Did he target Heather specifically, or was this a crime of opportunity? For Heather's family, the arrest brought a small measure of solace, but no real comfort. Their beloved daughter, sister, and friend was gone, and no amount of justice could ever fill the void her absence left behind.
She loved her siblings and my parents, and she, was always laughing. She loved to sing worship music. She loved to go to church. She was just so trusting and naive to what the dangers were out there.
They described Heather as someone who trusted deeply, who saw the good in everyone, even when it wasn't there to see. That trust, they believe, was ultimately her downfall. In the aftermath of Heather's death, her family has channeled their grief into a fight for justice. They have called on the community to remain vigilant and to protect those who, like Heather, may not fully understand the dangers around them. They have also urged anyone with additional information about the case to step forward, ensuring no detail is overlooked in bringing Heather's killer to account. Detective E. Aurify of the Fayetteville Police Department is leading the investigation and can be reached at 910-723-0327. Anonymous tips can be provided to Crime Stoppers at 910-483 tips. Heather Williams' death has left an indelible mark on Fayetteville. She was more than just a victim. She was a reminder of the vulnerability and purity that still exist in the world, and of the darkness that seeks to exploit it. Her family remembers her not for the way she died, but for the way she lived, with love, faith, and an unshakable belief in the goodness of others. As the legal system moves forward in its pursuit of justice, Heather's memory serves as a call to action, a plea for compassion, vigilance, and a commitment to protecting the most vulnerable among us. For those who knew and loved her, Heather's story is not just a tragedy. It is a legacy, a testament to the enduring power of kindness in the face of unspeakable cruelty. Her light may have been extinguished, but the love she left behind will burn brightly forever. Please subscribe to our channel and make comments about what you think of our videos.